I'm Alex Lapointe.
Sorry, I didn't expect that.
I'm Alan Prater from the Brooks.
I'm Alex Lapointe from the Brooks.
Your music blends elements of funk, soul, and jazz seamlessly. What artists or bands have had the biggest influence on the Brooks sound?
That varies.
Yeah.
What you
Because,
got?
well, we're a lot of musicians in the Brooks, so all those musicians listen to a lot of different music, kind of music actually. So for my part, since the bass is really present in that kind of music, most influences that I have came from Herbie and Kakande Headhunters because Paul Jackson had that really raw sound. But some guys really like funk, like really classic funk. Other guys like really rock kind of vibe or Afrobeat kind of thing. But for the lyrics, actually, I don't know what to answer about the lyrics.
Yeah, but my influences come from funk bands. Parliament Funkadelic, and also Earth, Wind and Fire, Frankie Beverly and Maze. Those are three bands that really I grew up listening to and that caught me band-wise. But James Brown, you know. So it's a lot of influences in this group.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we really dig those Fela Kuti kind of vibe, and once again, Earth, Wind and Fire, Maze, and even Jamiroquai. More
Yeah.
those bands is really more like
Yeah.
actual, but even Jamiroquai and Anderson Paak.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Awesome. How does your creative process usually begin? Is it more driven by spontaneous jam sessions, or do you come into the studio with clear ideas in mind?
Jam, baby, jam, jam.
Sometimes we're just gonna come with some ideas, and even sometimes the musicians were just like jamming some stuff, and we're like, it's not really good. But then Alan secretly just listened to that part that even all of us don't really dig, and he came back with those crazy melodies and lyrics and stuff like that. We're like, whoa, we didn't expect that from that group. So yeah, like Alan said, it's more coming from jams and
Yeah.
just see the flow, what's gonna happen in the rehearsal place or the studio, and yeah.
Funk and soul are genres deeply rooted in social and cultural movements. How do these influences shape your music and the messages you want to convey?
Oh, it's just what you said. It's like the most of the things that lyrically that I write are true events, true stories. Not necessarily coming all from me, but I may hear a story from one of the guys, from you, from anybody, and it triggers the brain to write about it. So it's very sociable sometimes, a lot of fun sometimes too, and that's what it is. Just life experiences, you know. Yeah.
Awesome. Can you walk us through the inspiration behind your latest album? Were there any specific themes or stories you wanted to explore?
Can you ask the question again? Sorry.
Can you walk us through the inspiration behind your latest album? Were there any specific themes or stories you wanted to explore?
Oh yeah. You want to go back? We were talking before the album started about going back and getting more raw.
Yeah, exactly. Because we always had that quartet on strings, or like any day now, actually, we have that full orchestra behind the band. And at that point, we were like, maybe it would be cool to go back at the roots, like Meters and Dr. John, and just the eight of us. Like, well, after COVID, short story, the band, we're four band members. Before we were eight band members, now we're only four, but the four of us were like talking about going back to the roots and making it simpler, simpler
Perfect.
for the songs, and try to make sure that the message that Alan wanted to deliver, the background music came with it, would be more like a raw kind of, yeah,
Yeah.
Mhm.
I don't think it's really clear, but I mean, it's clear in my head, but.
It's clear what you say too. I understood it very well.
Thank
Very
you, Alan.
clear.
Thank you, Alan.
I love you for that.
I love you too, man.
You're very clear. Boy, you're clear.
Live performances are a huge part of the funk and soul experience. How do you approach your live shows, and what do you want the audience to feel during a Brooks concert?
Ooh, man. Fun.
Yeah,
What else?
yeah. Well, for us, once again, since we're all musicians that really, really, really like music, like live shows or albums, the thing that we don't really enjoy is when we go to see a show and the band or the musicians are just playing the album that you just bought, and you can hear that album back home. So our goal for us, when people came to see a show from the Brooks, is to change some structure, and everything's changed. That's why some people told us that we have like a jazz approach, because there's a lot of improvisation in the show, a lot of open jam, and Alan, the magic around Alan is the way he can touch everyone, every people in the crowd. He managed to go grab them and make those people have a good night, actually, and enjoy the show. But the thing is, for us, it's really for people. I'm gonna lose it now.
Yeah, so for like just want to have an experience other than just listening to the music, you know, to feel what we feel in the music, you know. So you come see a live show, like Alex said, you don't want to just sit there and watch somebody do what they just heard in the living room. You want to see something different. So we try to bring those things to the show as an experience. For one time, you see with our show, you see one thing one night, and you come to the show the next night in another city, it's maybe way different. You know, the songs will be the same, but the actions may be different. You know, so it's a lot of jazz improvised, you know, approach to that kind of thing, living in the moment.
Yeah.
So the audience can feel that at the same time. You know, so that's the goal.
Wicked.
Yeah.
What has been one of the most memorable moments or challenges you've faced as a band, and how did it shape you as a musician?
Oh man, I'm quite sure everybody got something different for that. For me, oh man, just meeting these guys from the beginning, it kind of lit a fire in me again, because I was just home sitting writing songs, doing very little thing. To breeze through it quickly, when I met these guys, they were like doing the music, instrumental band. They were doing the music that I felt that was home for me. So that started off right away. Fast forward, couple of places we done that really set apart was doing the Montreal Jazz Festival. I always wanted to do that as a kid. So to do that, it was crazy, and I think I had an out-of-body experience with that one. That was cool. Montreal Jazz Festival is always on the list. It's incredible. Oshiaga was very memorable with that. And a couple other places I could probably remember. Oh, in Paris. Yeah, the New Morning.
Yeah.
You know, Nice Jazz Festival.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
That was amazing.
That was amazing. So it's been a lot of few.
Yeah.
And I think we all got moments that we can share.
At one point, we were playing at that jazz festival at Nice, and it's really not my kind of stuff. But I'm gonna tell you the story. But I mean, it's not my style, at all. It was 3 a.m. in the morning. We just did that amazing festival at Nice, and I was just there near the sea. There were no one, and I just get naked, take out all my clothes, and I went to just lay down in the sea with like
In the
watching the
Mediterranean,
sky.
right?
Yeah.
In the Mediterranean.
And I was like, what's happening right now? Because since the COVID, everything was a little bit like messed up in our head. We're like,
Yeah.
should we continue? People really want to hear other albums from us, or should we continue? And then when the first time we went back in France, people were waiting for us, actually. And we did all those amazing, like Not Garo Rock, but that really big festival that we did the first one. I don't remember.
I don't know these names.
But man, it was amazing. It's even for us right now. I mean, having the chance to tour with friends, with amazing musicians, with our music, and go reach people, and seeing people now. We just came back from a tour from France and Spain, and people came to us and said like, we drove 4 hours to come to see you guys play, or 3 hours, and people singing our songs.
Yeah.
I mean, it's amazing.
That's amazing.
It's really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's. I wish I could live that life. Musically, not musically inclined. But yeah, that's everything.
No, nice, man.
Cool.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Thanks.
You guys
Appreciate
did
you.
amazing.
Come on. Clap your hands. Let me know you